Good evening from Robinson Gymnasium, home of the Herculaneum Black Cats. Ray Halbrook along with Matt Schutte. We're here at Robinson Gym for the 5th annual Bruce Thomas Tournament. Oh, there we go. Good afternoon, or good evening. It's evening. We've had too many Red Bulls already.
Yeah, and I'm one Dr. Pepper in.
All right.
And I'm sorry, I know it's bad television for me to be looking at my phone, but I'm trying to share the video. There it is.
All right.
There it is. So, hello, sports fans. Welcome to the Bruce Thomas Tournament. We're going to have a barn burner if it's anything like that third place game. Holy cow. That was incredible.
Well, tonight's the championship game between St. Louis College Prep Tigers and the St. Pius Lancers. We just saw a game that it was almost unbelievable.
Well, yeah, who could have expected Dupo to come all the way back from that down well into the double digits there in the first half, cut it down to 10, and stormed back and really stole a victory there in that game over McKinley, who left here just in shell shock. So there we go. Got it all shared, and we're ready to go. Would you like some starting lineups?
Sure. All right. I think we're going to get it right here, to tell you the truth.
Oh, they're announcing them out there, so I'll call it out while they're doing that. So Pius is coming out first. So starting for them is 00, Riley Nager, a 6'7" junior forward. Number 3, Jalen Thornton, a senior 6-foot guard. Dre Townsend, number 5, a junior 5'8" guard. Josh Rubel, number 11, a 6'2" junior guard. And Luke Claus, number 34, a 6'5" senior forward. The Lancers are coached by Eric Lawrence and come into here with I didn't look up the darn record, and I should know it by now. I want to say 14-3, somewhere in there. Here comes St. Louis College Prep. Karen Robinson, number 0, is a 6'1" junior guard. Number 5, Kalind Anderson, is 5'11" senior guard. Number 10 is Tavon Wiley, a 6-foot sophomore. You know, I prefer to pronounce it sophomore. Sophomore.
Nice.
Sophomore. 21, Corey Sparkman is a 6'5" junior. He's in the middle at center. And number 44, Dakari Gray, is a 6'2" junior forward. These teams met December 14th and handed Pius their first on-the-court loss of the season after leading for 3 quarters. Pius was outscored 21-11 and went 6 of 15 from the. Outscored 21-11 at the 4th quarter, and was only 6 of 15 from the free throw line for the game, and ended up losing by 5. Lost the game the next night, and then didn't lose for about 5 weeks until an overtime loss against Brentwood in the game immediately preceding this tournament. Nager led Pius in that game with 17 points and 11 rebounds, but they didn't have anybody else in double figures. So, talking to Eric Lawrence before the game, he said if they can rebound better, there's about a 15 to 18 rebound discrepancy in that first game. They can shoot free throws a little better. He likes his chances. St. Louis College Prep comes in here 15-2 and all the confidence in the world. We should have a heck of a game, and here we go. College Prep wins the tip, and we're underway. 2-3 zone to start out with St. Pius, so be interested to see how Prep counters that. They love to pressure on defense, so we'll see them pressuring the ball the whole time. That's how they get a lot of their points off of the turnovers. 5 guys, Ray, in the top 50 in the St. Louis region in steals.
Wow.
Taking it easy to start the game, though. Townsend and Thornton up top for St. Pius on the zone. Claus, Nager, Rubel down low. And Prep very patient, haven't tried into the post yet. Now they drive a little bit, tapped away. Prep maintains possession. And in comes the ball. Robinson handling it quite a bit. And skip pass, 44, Dakari Gray gets the lay-in. Off to a nice start. Or excuse me, he laid it off to 21. Got 21 is Sparkman. He was able to get that in. Townsend brings it up, and here comes some pressure. And able to and turnover. So jump to entry pass. I got to get my speed back up. Get my wind after the end of that last game.
Exactly. Be sure to like and share our page.
Oh, beautiful block by Rubel on Dakari Gray.
We really appreciate it. Don't forget to like and share our page. Follow us.
Boy, they jumped the ball fast. But here comes Pius. They're going to counter that by quick ball movement and reversing the ball. Claus dribbles it off of a Prep defender. That's 21 Sparkman, and they're going to inbound it under the basket. 2-0, 6:30 to go in the first quarter. Claus able to pull it down. Can't get it to fall, though. And here comes Kieran Robinson, but he's not able to keep it in bounds off the long rebound. And Thornton's going to inbound it from the side and find Townsend. They're going to split ball handling responsibilities tonight.
We have a spirited...
Prep's got the best cheerleaders I've seen all year.
Some spirited cheerleaders.
The Dupo cheerleaders were pretty good.
Yes, they were.
And St. Pius's own. Oh, and they're going to get Townsend for an offensive foul. And before I get in trouble, Ray, the St. Pius, the 10th cheerleaders are wonderful. Yeah. Wonderful. But the impact that these young ladies had on that December 14th game at St. Pius, I think they really helped Prep win the game. Just incredible enthusiasm. Rubel with another tap out. He's got pretty active hands, so he'll keep them busy over there.
If you're watching, let us know where you're from. I see quite a few folks on this game tonight here. Jody Court, Tiffany Robinson, Julie Abdeen, Matt Schuette's watching. Who's that guy?
I'm bumping up our numbers. Does that get us in trouble with the FCC?
No, not at all.
Thornton not able to get a drive to go. Tipped out of bounds by Prep. And Pius will inbound it under the basket. Thornton lets loose with the three. Back iron. Nager, and that's what Nager does. 8 offensive rebounds a game. Gets a tip in there, and it's tied 2-2. Kalinda Anderson drives, isn't able to get it in, but looks like he's going to the line for a pair. And they got Luke Claus for, looks like a foul on the shot. And so he's going to pick up his first. Luke, an effective shot blocker when he can stay out of foul trouble, and Anderson picks up his first bucket, making it a 3-2 game. Second is up, and it is no good. But offensive rebound, eventually miss, and then a flurry of activity. Nager's out pass to Thornton, bounces off his hands, and ends up in possession for Prep. So College Prep with the ball on a 3-2 lead, 5:15 to go.
Lori Fetcher, she's watching. How you doing? Jeff Whitener, how are you, sir?
Thank you again, Jeff, for joining us. Oh, boy. Looked like Townsend tipped the ball, but they're going to get him for a foul, and that's his second. 3 minutes into the game, and he's going to go to the bench. And here comes Caden Cook. And Caden, a little bit different kind of a ball player than Townsend. Not quite as quick, but he can fill it on occasion. Had 31 in an overtime loss to Brentwood last week. Dangerous from the three-point line if you give him a chance, and with some of the other offensive weapons out there, Cook might get some looks today.
Michelle Halbrooks on the camera around quite a few folks. It's pretty packed on the visiting side.
Oh yeah, good crowd over there. President of St. Pius X, Jim Lane, is over there. Principal Karen DeCosti is at her 7th graders game tonight, but I think is going to try to chump in at some point. Turnover from Prep, and that'll be St. Pius ball, and that's going to lead to the first substitution for Prep. So Demarius Haywood, a 6'2" junior, is going to come in, and Sparkman takes a seat.
Again, like and share our page tonight. Like and share the stream tonight. Follow us.
Oh, Caden Cook with a nice runner, can't get it, but there, Mama, there's that man again. Riley Nager with an offensive rebound and a putback. 4-3 St. Pius X. Nager with the steal. He's going to pad his stats tonight a little bit. Coast to coast. Oh, can't get it to
No.
fall. Nice step through. Can't get it to fall. Offensive rebound, Rubel, no good. And here comes Prep on the break, and they're going to queue up a three. Kalinda Anderson rims it out. Claus comes up with the rebound, and here comes Caden Cook, and he turns it over, tipped away from the back. Game's gotten a little frantic here. Kalinda Anderson going to try again. Back iron. Offensive rebound. No good, and should be tipped out of bounds. Should be going to St. Pius for 10, and it is. Good old JR in the WWE say business just picked up a little bit. You know, I was a big JR fan. Good announcer.
There you go.
Oh, before Thornton thought he got fouled, he must have stepped out of bounds, so that'll be Prep's ball. Number 32 is going to check in for them now. That's Reggie Ross. I think one of the things we'll see, they play a frenetic pace, and that's going to benefit Prep because they run a little deeper on their bench than St. Pius does. I think it's one of the reasons Pius is going to sit in the zone, conserve just a little bit of energy. And so far, 4-3 with 3.5 to go in the first quarter. It's proven to be a pretty decent move.
Mary Lowe, how are you?
It helps they have a pretty experienced team out there right now, St. Pius. They've got, and they cause a half-court violation. You got 2 seniors and 3 juniors on the floor, all of whom have seen quite a bit of time in the last 2 years. They're not going to be rattled by too much.
We had a quick turnaround from the game before. We're finally getting our bearings here a little bit.
That was incredible. Thornton with a beautiful drive, can't get it to finish, but he is going to go to the line and shoot a pair. Got raked across the forehead.
I noticed Thornton's wearing the sleeve on the leg. What's the sleeve?
I think I don't know if that's a fashion statement or if just a little bit. He runs it pretty hard. He might just might offer him a little bit of comfort in there, keep that muscle a little warmer. Can't get the first to fall, back iron. And the free throw problems that plagued St. Pius in that loss at their home gym hopefully haven't followed them up the road here to Herky. 4-3, 3:04 to go in the first quarter. Russ Coronado from the leader joining us up here. Missed both for Thornton, and here comes Prep. Out of control, and Demarius Haywood looking for a foul, but it was a little too out of control to probably draw one. It's fortunate to have the ball.
Yeah, you bring that up. That out of control. That was the thing that I was seeing on both sides here. Just got to calm down and just run your game.
Yeah, and Karen Robinson looks to be doing just that. The junior, long 3-point attempt, back iron, 15. That's Gary Waugh in for the first time. And the rebound. I know we talk about fundamentals here and there, Ray, but ball came straight back and he didn't follow his shot.
Yep.
But there wasn't a perfect block out, but he still wasn't able to get the ball, and now it's going to be St. Pius ball. Cook's bringing it up. Well, there's Coach Aaron Portell from the St. Pius X women's team. We're going to see them tomorrow.
Yep. Tomorrow
they
afternoon.
played Crystal City tonight. We'll try to get a final for you. In fact, if any of you out there on Facebook watching us as Thornton collects an offensive rebound, if any of you know that score, if you want to shoot that our way, we'd appreciate it. Give you some love. No prizes, unfortunately. Do we have a prize vault yet?
It's pride, not
Claus
prize.
not able to get it to fall. Collects his rebound. That's 6 baskets. That's 6 points off of putbacks. So all 6 points, all 3 buckets have come off of a miss, an offensive rebound, and a putback. And that's not going to be something that's going to make the folks over at Prep very happy. Minute 59 to go, 6-3 Pius.
This is how our game before started out.
Yep.
Isn't that crazy? It was kind of low scoring, still trying to play a little bit of a chess match.
Claus just picked up his second, and you hate to hear the words foul trouble in the first quarter, but you've got 2 starters with 2 fouls apiece.
Ashley Schmitz, how you doing? Totally watching St. Louis College Prep. Let's go.
Claus is going to come out, and here's DeMonte Gray. Now, here's a guy. I sound like John Madden there, don't I? Now, here's a guy. So, DeMonte Gary hadn't been seeing much playing time this year, missed some games, was averaging about 1.5 points a game. He blows up for 17 on Wednesday night in that win over McKinley that got the Lancers to this game. Josh Rubel with the steal, keeps it. He got some help. Somebody come help him there, and here comes Nager. But Gary blew up for 17, 3 off his career high, and comes in immediately. The microwave, DeMonte Gary comes in and heats it up right away. Nice lay-in off the assist from Nager, who's got himself a bucket and an assist and a few rebounds. And I believe a steal.
We're getting word here, 52-44 over
Kevin Halley. He's like, remember the Shell Answer Man?
Yeah.
Oh, Kevin Halley's like the Shell Answer Man. He's like the Lancer Answer Man.
The Lancer Answer Man.
That could be a bit. That could be like a halftime thing.
Hey.
Have Kevin on here and just ask him random questions. And the great thing is, if he's lying to you about it, you can hardly tell.
Come to the game tomorrow afternoon, and we'll have him on.
Lancer Answers with Coach Halley. We could put a graphic together. Oh, beautiful drive. No, kicks it out. Thornton not often a three-point threat. Content to dribble it back out, start it up again. 5-point lead, minute to go. Nager collects it and
nice pass.
Didn't turn it over.
Tipped Thornton, like 3 times.
Yeah.
Went straight to his guy. That was nice.
Cook with 45 seconds to go. Nager with the ball. No, Nager wanted it, didn't get it. Thornton with the ball again. Oh, they said Thornton dribbled it out last after he got tapped.
Well, we got a lot of folks chiming in. Appreciate that. Keep chiming in. Wasim Abdeen, let's go 44, Teen Wolf.
Teen Wolf, and he just, Wasim, as soon as you put that up, he checks out. So we'll keep an eye on him, see how he does.
Ashley Schmidt, she was one of the officials. I grabbed her at the way before the beginning of the girls' game. I said, "Hey, the camera's going to be on you, so you make sure you call a good game." No, I'm just joking.
She didn't turn into Cowboy Joe West, did she?
No, she did a great job. That was a great game.
Long 3, no good. Nager with another rebound. 20 seconds to go, and St. Pius try to get another one. Rubel, beautiful ball movement here. Caden Cook for 3, front iron, back iron, tip out. Oh boy, Gary, not the foul you want.
A good foul.
About 65 feet from the basket. Eric Lawrence applauding the enthusiasm. Gary knows it was a mistake. The senior recognizes that. And 7 seconds to go. Hey, they're not in the bonus. And maybe they can keep them from getting a good shot here. And a bit of a surprise to start the first quarter. Instead, Kalindra Anderson not able to get it down.
Put it up. Oh, I'm going to catch that one.
Nope.
Almost.
Thornton with a prayer doesn't get answered, but it's 8-3 at the end of 1. I got to say a little lower scoring than I expected. Yep. But the deficit's one that Eric Lawrence and the Lancers are going to be pleased with.
Jeff Widener's got glad to see Coach Justin Ford tuning in. Thanks, Coach Justin Ford. We appreciate that.
Oh, looks like the Lancer women, the girls team, St. Pius X women's team, won 52-41. Another victory without me present.
And who they play that?
They were at Crystal tonight.
Okay.
So some of the players and I see 4 or 5 of the players walking in now. So they made their way up from Crystal. It's maybe a 7-minute drive from the gym down there.
There you go.
Great to see them here. So right now, what they're probably saying, we got to get some more open looks over there in the prep huddle. They've taken a couple threes, maybe with a little more of a challenge in the face than you would prefer. A little quicker ball movement to attack that zone. You shoot, if they shoot St. Pius out of the zone, they'll go man, and I think that's what prep's wanting to get into. Eli Boyer's just checked in for St. Pius X. Dangerous left-handed shooter. Been fighting a flu bug this week. But hopefully can give them a lift out here as well. He's in for Rubel. So the only starters left on the floor, Nager and Thornton.
Nice play.
Cook gets it to Thornton, who gets trapped under the basket, a little too far underneath. And turnover, and here come Prep.
Jennifer Bollinger, how are you?
I don't even know what Prep's nickname is. That's poor preparation.
Tigers.
The Tigers. Okay, it's not on the roster, and we had some roster trouble at the tournament. Where were we? Not Grandview. It was the shootout.
Oh, at the shootout.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A couple names were wrong, and then Jefferson's was wrong on 2 of them. We had some of our helpful fans help us out with that. Okay, Teen Wolf's back in. Can't get it. Fall gets his own rebound though, and then he's fouled on the floor.
Ashley Schmitz will tell you that I've never seen this happen before, but I do know it happens from time to time. The books were wrong at the beginning of the game at the Herculaneum Lift for Life game. You got a technical foul for it.
Yeah,
sure did.
yeah. I've seen it once or twice. So Dakari Gray going to get another shot. Nice looking jumper. Can't get it to fall. Boyer with the rebound. Also into the game, Alex Pius is in for the Tigers. Cook drives into traffic, out of traffic, finds Boyer. Boyer's going to cue it up, and air ball.
Little hot.
Yeah, his first one oftentimes is he just needs to settle down a little bit. Tavon Wiley drove, kicked it back out. Acrobatic shot by Clint Anderson. Can't get it to fall.
Wow.
Dakari Gray, two offensive rebounds, 3 shots, eventually gets it to fall, and it's an 8-5 ball game. Strong work underneath. Teen Wolf does well there. Nager, he'll take that shot all day, and
you're gonna give it to me, I'm gonna take it.
Ill-advised to give it to him. He doesn't miss that one too often from the elbow. Does miss there, and here comes Prep. Karen Robinson drives, kicks out, off, but there's Dakari Gray again after Clinton Anderson had missed a 3-point attempt, and that's going to get Eric Lawrence off the bench, and he doesn't look happy. Somebody didn't do their job, and he picked out somebody. We're not going to point out individual deals there, but he's made his point and looks like he's moving on. Timeout, 6:16 to go in the second quarter, 8-7, and I think we're going to get a plug in here.
I got a plug in here. Waits Financial Services is our sponsor for tonight and for the rest of the basketball season. Waits Financial Services bringing a team approach to help face your business and family needs. Call Brian Waits at 314-374-6713. You can check him out at bwaits at woodburyfinancial.net, providing investment, insurance, and tax planning services for the past 26 years. 26 years, that's a long time.
Does he help elite media members like yourself manage your finances?
I don't know if you want to go that far to say elite.
So you can have a house in the Hamptons and in the south of France.
Right.
Or is it more tax advantageous to just do one of those? Or down here, maybe one in Herky and one at the Lake of the Ozarks. Maybe one in Hillsborough on the lake there at the golf course. And nope. On the floor, Thornton is fouled. And that might take us to the bonus.
It does.
It does. No. I think we're one foul away from that. Again, we got the smaller scoreboard that we're looking at. So St. Pius going to reset underneath. Caden Cook's going to check the ball. It looks like they're running a square here. Looks like I'm betting him. They might go to Thornton on this off of a rub or two. Well, he's not covered, so he's probably the fail safe. Probably want to find Rubel here maybe for an open look on the corner. Rubel frees himself up in the corner, but they find Gary instead. Again, great coach up here with the headset on. Great coach. Gary feels it and misses in and out. Caden Cook tries to get, turnover. Ill-advised pass, I think is what they would say there.
Yep. We're seeing a lot of resemblance of the game before. Yeah, we're seeing a lot of resemblance of the game before.
Yeah. Not the cleanest game we've seen. Good effort on both halves, but Caden Cook says, let's get in the offense, please. Gary's feeling it. Will shoot, not afraid to shoot. Yeah.
Just a little
back iron.
It's early, though.
It is. And off the foot, but they keep it in bounds. Karen Robinson, double teamed. And here comes Thornton. Watch the speed here. Tipped from behind, though.
Yeah.
And should be St. Pius 10th ball. And it is. We got the officials from the last game working this one, too. You don't always see that even in a tournament. These guys did a pretty good job that first game, I thought. Seemed to work well together. Didn't get too crazy with the whistles or anything. Nager, miss, rebound, miss. And a foul. And looks like they're going to get Karen Robinson for that. 2 shots for Nager. Having taken a youth team up to St. Pius X quite a bit this past summer to practice, I can tell you I rarely got there where Nager wasn't there working on some aspect of his game. But I didn't say free throw, and he still missed.
Right.
8-7. Nager's shooting the second of 2 here. Haywood back in for prep. Boy, he is chomping at the bit to get going. Nager makes that one, and it's 9-7. 5 minutes to go in the half. Karen Robinson was given the lane. He was fouled, however, on the floor. So that bucket, that lay-in's not going to count. He's going to shoot 1 and 1. It's an interesting gym here because they don't have a separate bench for the teams. So they're sitting in the first row of the bleachers. You know, that's a sales opportunity. That's like the premium seats there. They
exactly.
Can probably get, well, at a Lakers game, that's like $4,000 a seat. You know, there's a price difference, West Coast, Missouri, but still, revenue opportunity there for Herculaneum. Maybe if the school board gets together and figures that out. Robinson gets them both to fall, and we've got ourselves, I believe, a 9-9 ball game.
Spoken like a true administrator.
Well, that's what you got to do. Well, travel for Rubel, getting a little discombobulated. Now, we just had Lawrence Crodinger give us a update on the Facebook stream. He said, screaming down 55, now, Lawrence, let's please obey all speed limits and traffic laws. And as much as we'd like you to watch the game, let's have you listen and drive safely. We can get the Department of Transportation to do some sort of bit with it.
Yeah.
And then they'd see me drive and say, no thanks, will somebody else be the spokesperson. 4:30 to go, and it looks like the Tigers going to try to slow it down a little bit. Now, this is how they started the game, and this pace doesn't really suit their game.
Little chess match here.
Yeah, Tavon Wiley pull-up jumper well over, and not the shot they were probably looking for, but they did get the offensive rebound. Reggie Ross had that one, and we have somebody picking up a foul here. So
he says Laura's driving.
That's I've seen and heard about that. Oh. Jefferson County might have just put out an APB. They can probably hit their revenue goals just for the quarter if they can somehow catch her. That is the fastest Chevy you're going to see all year long. Can't get it to fall is Demarius Haywood.
He's here all night, there, folks.
Tip your waitress, tip your bucket. I would have, you know, I'm not even a failed stand-up. I never even tried. Haywood misses both. Nager wrestles down. They put Claus back in with 2 fouls, so it'll be interesting to see what happens with him. Cook, teardrop, can't get it to fall. And here comes Tiger, and Tigers are coming in transition. Wiley misses. Claus with the rebound, and here comes that pace again.
Yeah.
Thornton with the pass. Here comes Rubel. Gives it up. Okay. And Caden Cook cues one up and buries it. Like I said, 31 points in an overtime loss to Brentwood. He can fill it when he gets a moment, and he got a moment there. And he gives them a 12-9 advantage with 3:45 to go. And the St. Pius cheerleaders are now here as well. I think the cheerleading, one group's supposed to go, then the other. That doesn't seem to be in play here. Oh, they're going to get Nager. Oh, wait, no, okay. So they picked up Dakari Gray.
Got
said
the
he
charge.
Offensive foul trying to get in position. Gray's not happy about the call. Got to say, I'm a little surprised by it. His coach doesn't seem to be too, you know what the word is there? Verklempt. He's not too verklempt. So 3:27, we got a timeout. Looks like the Tigers took that one. 12-9, St. Pius X, and I bet we got a live read coming up, or do we?
No, well, I'm going to tell you about.
Create one.
Well, I'm going to tell you a little bit about just our need for sponsorship. We're about to unleash here in the next week or two the district competition games, and it really does depend on how much sponsorship we're able to bring in for this. If you're interested in sponsoring here on Livestream STL, it stays within the community. It's really cool. It's really affordable. So check it out. Give us a call at 314-852-4398. Tori
took that timeout with the Tigers. I think just wanted to get them settled down a little bit. Dakar Gray was really upset about that foul call, enough so they got him on the bench there just to calm him down a little bit. He's a good player. They're going to need him to do well tonight to succeed. And Jeff Whitener had chimed in, said, hey, the Lancers could use a big game out of Luke Claus. He's absolutely right. Somebody needs to step up. It can't be Nager every night. Oh, and it can't be Caden Cook giving up a steal and a lay-in to Kalind Anderson to cut it to a 1-point lead. That was pocket picking there. So the question for the Lancers is who's going to step up. It was DeMonte Gary last night. It was Caden Cook in a loss, but still 31 points just a couple of weeks ago. Oh boy. Nice block by on Nager by Alex Pius, but they got him for the foul. He did have some contact there. I mean, fourth quarter they might not call that, but right now they do.
Lawrence Crodinger, Jeff Whitener, Ken Weller, how are you?
Nager to the line for a pair, 3:02 to go, and the Lancers with a 1-point advantage. Nager hits that one. So Nager needs somebody else to be scoring. And some nights it's Thornton. Against Park Hill Central, it was Dre Townsend came up with 18 huge points to salt that victory away. But they need one of these top 7 or 8 guys to step up along with Nager, who does his part, buries both his free throws. And 00 having himself a ball game so far here early. Thornton is probably due for that game. I'd say Thornton or Rubel. Either one of them. Rubel hasn't been pretty quiet so far, but he'll get his looks here at some point. Miss, but a lay-in, and that's going to be Haywood. We got the offensive putback off of the Anderson miss, 14-13. About 2.5 minutes to go. Ball is touched out of bounds. That was a good hustle. Kalind Anderson's got some quick feet and some quick hands to go with it. Eli Boyer checks in for St. Pius X, and he's in for Rubel. Boyer's another one. He stepped up 18 big points against, I believe it was St. Vincent just a couple weeks ago. Thornton draws an offensive foul, and Bias makes up for that earlier block by drawing the charge.
He was bound and determined to make sure he planted the next time around here.
Good discipline there. Hit the floor pretty hard. Thornton picks up a foul. I think that's 2. So you got a raft of Lancers with 2 fouls. And if Claus can avoid picking up his 3rd, that'll be a win for Eric Lawrence and the Lancers in this half. Back to a 2-3 zone. Drives, draws got a jump ball. Had driven the lane.
That's probably a good call.
Attracted a crowd there. Yeah, I'd say it was. I'd say this group continues to do a pretty good job of officiating. Haven't seen anything really egregious.
Big 3 there.
Big 3, rims out. Haywood not able to get that to fall. Cook, you see they're getting out on him as soon as he gets the ball. They know about the 3-point prowess. Thornton's going to slow it down. Probably about time for Nager to get involved a little bit in the half court, or Boyer. Buries a 3. That left-handed shot holds it up a little bit. Okay, when he hits one, it's kind of like a vehicle in motion tends to stay in motion. If he hits one, you can probably count on another 1 or 2 coming here pretty shortly.
And that's going to be good for St. Pius.
They need it. They could use it. They've extended it to a 4-point advantage. Biggest lead for either team so far. Minute 20 to go. Haywood.
Nice play. No shot. He's got the chop.
Gets Boyer for the block before the shot. So Haywood's going to go to the line for, I believe, the 1 and bonus. Pius leaves the game. Tavon Wiley returns. We've got Cook, Nager, Claus, Thornton, Boyer on the floor for St. Pius X. Boyer's got Reggie Ross on him, chatting with him a little bit down here on the other end. Probably about dinner plans afterwards, maybe a preferred shoe style. Ross being very inquisitive. Boyer, Ross thinks he's going to get in Boyer's kitchen, and he's just not that sort of cat. Buries the second, and we've got us a 17-15 game, minute 12 to go. Ross is in there for one reason. If Boyer gets a shot off here, they might expel Ross on Monday. Nager finds. Boyer wanted to hit it so bad.
Yeah, right
and didn't look at it. He didn't have the luggage before he went on his trip.
That's right.
You gotta have the luggage in hand. So 3-2 zone back, 2-3 zone back for Pius. Claus in the middle again. Minute to go. Looks like Prep might be. No, they're going to bomb away. Long three. Kind of ill-advised three, Ray. I don't know if 24-footer with 49 seconds left that airballs is necessarily.
Not a wise shot.
Yeah.
Not a wise shot.
Not in a close game like this. And as patient as they've been for so often in their half-court set, maybe patience there would have been the thing and not give Pius a chance to score. Here comes Cook. Crosses the half line, a lot of pressure, and he gets fouled. So Anderson airballs it on one end, commits a foul 35 feet from the basket on the other, and there's an opportunity for Coach Torrey in the film room come Monday. Eric Lawrence giving some instruction to Eli Boyer. Cook to the line, steady junior. Good player. It seems like he gets a little better every game. Gosh darn it, I got to stop talking about these guys when they shoot free throws. He misses the front end of it, but Claus rescues him with a rebound. Ooh. Nager, nice baseline drive, but then gave up a pass, turned it over, and here comes Prep. And the Tigers, I'm not going to say they're going to hold it for a shot because they seem to want to blast away, but 25 seconds to go. Double team in the corner. Find the kick out. There's Ross. Playing went that bell. He missed, but they got their own board. There goes Tavon Wiley. Front iron, no. Ross gets the rebound. There's players all over the floor. And
on a three, and he gets 3 shots.
Boyer fouls. Boyer commits the mortal sin of fouling Kalinda Anderson on a 3-point attempt. And Anderson's going to shoot 3. And Eric Lawrence is pacing his bench and thinking about it. And Reggie Ross is talking to Boyer about that foul right now at midcourt. Colin Robinson shooting through with 8.7 seconds to go. He can give them the lead. Makes the first. 17-16. He's got 2 more to go. Tavon Wiley checks in. Or no, trades places, with Haywood. Makes the second. He's a pretty confident free throw shooter. Nice rhythm, good repeatable motion there.
Chad Smith, how are you, sir?
And coaxes that third one in, and they take an 18-17 lead. 8.7 seconds to go. Here comes Thornton. Finds Boyer, who's going to cue it up. Back iron, Nager. Beautiful. Should have had a foul. Didn't get one. Offensive rebound and a putback. Not happy. Thinks they probably was fouled. That might be the first one I think they might have missed. Hit the deck pretty good, but got the bucket to fall as the buzzer was going, and that gives them a 19-18 lead. The Lancers going into halftime.
I super apologize. We missed like the last 10 seconds of that brought back down here. I looked away and I forgot to change cameras. So my apologies on that. So Jeff, pretty close game obviously here, and your thoughts so far as we go into halftime?
Seesaw battle, lower scoring. That the under on this. I would have expected something in the upper 20s, maybe 30s, with how these two teams play. If you look at their point averages for the season, but pretty good battle, very evenly matched. I think both teams have some things they can do at halftime to make a difference, make some changes in what they're doing, and could be anybody's game. Really, Nager's having a nice ball game. The key for the St. Pius 10th Lancers, who's going to step up to help him?
Right.
Boyer had a nice 3 there in the second quarter. A couple nice drives from Thornton. Claus had a couple nice offensive rebounds. If they can continue to crash that offensive glass and keep the Prep boys, the Tigers, away from it, they might have a pretty good shot at taking this one.
I'm hoping that Mark Coleman gets my text for our halftime. He just looked at me. He's like, "Hold on, just a second. I'm about to snap a shot and send it over to you." appreciate all the folks over here. Great facilities here. Great hosts here at Herculaneum High School. Athletic Director John Roop and just amazing folks. Matt Lichtenstein over here. We've been in a lot of contact with both of them, and we're hoping to bring more games to the Jefferson County Conference, to the Jefferson County area, and be able to highlight what I think is, to me is worth highlighting. Great high school sports.
Absolutely. There's some great basketball down here.
Yep.
So we've seen some wonderful games so far this year, just the stuff we've been doing.
Yep. Oh.
So we're going to see if we can get St. Pius 10th women's coach, girls coach, Aaron Portell over on the microphone. I'm going to take the headset off for a second to grab him. All right.
We're going to have him step away for just a quick second, and we'll tell you a little bit about our game tomorrow. The Herculaneum girls Blackcats, Lady Blackcats, are going to be taking on the St. Pius Lancers tomorrow at 4:15. That's when our pregame is, 4:15. We have lots and lots and lots of basketball next week. DeSoto at Hillsboro, Tuesday, January 29th at 7 p.m. Pregame will be at 6:45. That is a great rivalry game. Next day following, January 30th at 7 p.m., Wednesday, January 30th, Herculaneum's gentlemen are going to be taking on the Pius Lancers. And we'll be right back here. Grandview's taking on Herculaneum, the girls, at 5:15. That's our pregame, 5:15, Friday, February 1st. And then following that, we'll have the boys at 8. I believe that's going to be a 7 o'clock start. So stay tuned for the actual time. And then also the Lady Blackcats will be visiting the St. Vincent Indians Monday, February 4th at 7 o'clock, 6:45 pregame there. And then we'll be heading up to Live for Life Academy, where that's their senior night. Senior night, Hancock will be the visiting team against Live for Life. And that is at 6:30, probably 6:15 pregame there, February 6th on Wednesday. And then another big rivalry game we have going on, Oakville and Melville, Friday, February 8th, 7 o'clock, 6:45 start there, Oakville and Melville. And to round out our regular season play, Principia is going to be visiting St. Pius Monday, February 11th at 7 p.m. That'll be a 6:45 pregame. Then we will be starting district play after that. I believe we're going to try to get in some games out at Crystal City. We're looking into Jefferson R7 and also Hillsboro. They're our hosts this year for the districts in the Jefferson County area.
Hey, Ray, how are you?
Hey,
Here we are. We're back. So we got with us. I went down and got the media-savvy Aaron Portell, girls basketball coach for St. Pius X, and just came over to the gym after a big win at Crystal City tonight. Coach, how'd the game go?
Oh, we played well enough to win.
Played well enough to win, he said. I'm sorry about that. I'm never fast enough with the button here. Sorry.
No, I thought defensively we got after it. They have a couple good guards, and we did a pretty decent job on them. Offensively, I think we can do a little bit better job than what we did offensively. But defensively, we played hard, and we made it tough for them to score.
You've got on your roster probably one of the youngest rosters in the conference, if not in the whole region. At times you're playing junior, 2 sophomore, and 2 freshmen. Have you seen progress with that group as the year has gone on?
Yeah, I mean, they're getting a lot of experience this year. I mean, we came into the season with just 2 sophomores having a little bit of experience from last year. So a lot of young kids getting experience. We're getting better each game, I believe. I think we're going to make a little run here, but it's definitely going to pay off for next year.
And hopefully continue that success tomorrow. So we turn right back around less than about 18 hours after tonight's victory. You've got a game tomorrow at home against Herculaneum. What do you expect out of that one? What's Herculaneum bringing to the gym?
Herculaneum, they're a great team. They got one of the best small forwards in the game with Paige. She's going to be a handful. Their defense is tough, so we're going to have to knock shots down, and we're going to have to make it tough for them to score.
And then coming up, I believe in about 4 or 5 days, one of the great traditions at St. Pius X, and that's your Think Pink game. And I saw the T-shirts had come in, and your girls had been working hard to sell some of those. So how long have you guys been doing that?
This is our 10th year of doing it, so it's our 10th, and I guess 10th anniversary of it.
Mm-hmm.
So we're looking for a big night. It's always a big turnout. It's one game all season that's just for the girls. Their focus is on them, and we hope to raise a lot of money for a good cause.
Great. And I know, Ray, I think you saw a pink out game over at R7 earlier.
That was a strong game by Paige Fowler. She was. We also covered this past week. They were out at Lift for Life Academy, and pretty strong games. What are you looking for to round out and finish your season with there, Coach?
We got a lot of big games left, a lot of games that we need to win. We got to start building that resume. Right now we're looking at districts, and we're probably a 5 or 6 seed, couple more wins, and get that 4, possibly 3 seed.
Mm-hmm. Great. Well, Coach, thanks so much for stepping by, and we're going to catch you tomorrow. We'll be down your way for the first time down at St. Pius, taking on the Herculaneum Blackcats, and that game starts. It's a 4:30 start, but we will be on the air at 4:15. He's already looking at his watch, thinking how many hours is that before we get that started?
We got prospective advertisers looking at us.
There we go. I like that. I like that.
There we go.
All right, we are back.
It's one of my favorite Paul Gilbert guitar instrumentals is Technical Difficulties. Here we are, 6:45 to go in the third quarter. Tavon Wiley at the line for a pair after being fouled by Josh Rubel on a breakaway after a turnover. 21-18, St. Pius the 10th. And come out with a little bit of a pace, a little more than they started the game with, certainly. Ball tipped, and it ended up going out. It's Tigers' ball. Lancers going back to their 2-3 zone, and where it was pretty effective in the first half. Most of the damage the Tigers did seemed to be in transition or the secondary break. We got Tavon. Oh, there's a nice steal. Jalen Thornton with the nice lay-in after the steal, and one of the steal leaders in the St. Louis region does some damage there. Beautiful finish, and that extends to a 5-point lead for the Lancers. Ball movement to the outside again. Tigers probing, looking for that interior pass. There's one. Tavon Wiley, but he loses it. Luke Claus dives on the floor for the ball, and the senior tracks it down, and we've got... What do we have? Looks like a jump ball went to the Tigers. Nice hustle from the senior Claus. Who'd be right to be just a little bit distracted, Ray. Over the next 3 weekends, he's going to 3 top 100 schools in the Midwest to interview for full tuition scholarship.
Brilliant, and you would know that.
Brilliant young man. Beautiful block by Nager, who gets knocked to the floor for his trouble, but it's recovered by Thornton, and here come the Lancers. A little 3/4 court pressure now, which is not going to phase Thornton too much. Good ball handling skills. Rubel, would love to see him get untracked here if you're a Lancer fan.
Again, sorry about that. Would like and share the page again. We lost the stream there at halftime. We had that happen at Live for Life, too.
We get a Townsend travel there. Yeah, I'll reset with some of my home balloons as well here. Let's get this, and second half. Good old internet. There we go.
The power of the internet. Back in a 2-3 zone for Pius. Pops a 20-footer there.
Pull up to Von Wiley. Probably not the shot you're looking for, and Torrey looks like he needs a hug over there. Oh, but Rubel gives it away. A beautiful drive. Reggie Ross, excuse me. And they take a timeout immediately after that drive. He's come in off the bench and provided a little bit of a spark, both offensively and defensively. Beautiful run there, and it's a 20-23 game. 5:03 to go in the third.
Pius has got to feel pretty decent in the spot that they're in right now. I mean, St. Louis College Prep just just kind of they're stuck in between gears at times. It seems like.
Yeah, the 2-3 zone has honestly given Prep a little bit more of a problem than I would have anticipated because it's a pretty vanilla zone.
Yeah.
They're not doing a whole lot of crazy stuff out of it. It's not a matchup. They're not bringing the middle guy up top too much. So they sure don't like it. And what the solution is generally you shoot the other team out of it. And so far they've been unable to do that. They've been content to take some mid-range jumpers that are a little baffling, but Pius will take it. It's what they're looking for. Now, I talked to Eric Lawrence about this game. Beautiful transition, and Nager's going to go to the line for a pair after getting clobbered by Corey Sparkman. And Coach Torrey's not happy about that one either. He hasn't been happy about much here the second half. Now, I talked to Eric Lawrence, and we talked a little bit about the game 6 weeks ago where Pius gave up that third quarter lead. And I said, what happened in the second half? What changed? And he said, we got away from our game plan. The game plan's simple. Against their pressure, you want the ball moving up the middle consistently. Now they're trying to push it to the outside so the Tigers can trap against the sideline or maybe down at the baseline. The first half of that game, the Lancers did a great job of executing that plan down the middle. Second half, they got away from it, and the Tigers chipped away at the lead, and combined with the free throw woes that the Lancers were having, that gave them the victory, the Tigers. So they can stick with the game plan here in the second half. You got to feel like Eric Lawrence feels his squad's going to have a pretty good chance. Rubel with a nice steal there. Gets it out to Thornton, who lays it up in, and the foul. And he's got a chance to extend this to a 6-point advantage, 25-20 right now, 4:40 to go. And the one that started that was Rubel.
Right.
The steal and the nice pass, the good find to a teammate that was streaking down the line.
Robinson comes in for Anderson.
I think Anderson's the one that got picked up for that foul there. So Thornton buries it, and it's a 26-20 advantage. St. Pius the 10th, 4:40 to go in the third. Ross bringing the ball up the floor. Cook and Thornton up at the top with Townsend checking out. For the Lancers, Klaus, Rubel, and Riley and Nager, so the starting front court on the floor still for St. Pius the 10th. Nice take by Tivon Wiley, not able to get it in, but Haywood is on the putback.
I'm going to chime in for Jeff Whitener. Both coaches are making good strategic use of their timeouts. Absolutely.
Yeah, we've seen that in both games tonight. Good use of the timeout. Frantic paces suddenly here in the last 40 seconds or so. Cook tipped it out of bounds, and Tigers are going to get the ball in the half court here. And he's absolutely right. There's a good use of the timeouts in those instances there. Oh, Cook picks up a foul. Ross is quick. Good hands, especially from the left-hander. That got Eric Lawrence's dander up a little bit. 26-22, under 4 to go in the third quarter. I spy with my magic eye the Irvin family is here watching the game. Ben and his boys. Looks like they brought a friend or two with them. Foul on, I think we got Reggie Ross for that one. The senior, 5'10" guard. And here come the Tigers with the pressure. And like I said earlier in the first half, 5 players in the top 40 in the St. Louis region in steals per game.
That's
and
crazy.
They'll probably try to crank it up here. And if you look at the points per game they allow, it's not that high, so it's not like a lot of a gambling offense. Cook tees one up from way out, back iron. Probably maybe a foot outside of his comfort zone there. Well, Ross thought about it from just as far
and almost
changed his
walked.
mind. Yeah, probably did. Dakari Gray.
Dub step.
Ross wants to take it. Little floater, back iron. Rubel can't pull it down. Haywood can. Finds Ross. Can't get the lay-in to go. Should be a jump ball, but instead we've got. Okay. Okay, they're going to say. I believe we got him for over the back there on. Who'd we get there? It was either
no foul.
No foul? Might have been a jump ball. Sure looked like a jump ball to me.
We're going to find out right now. Well, they didn't change the arrow. That's why I was waiting for them to change the arrow. So it's shout-out time. Pius fans, say hello.
That's not what they wanted. Bad turnover, length of the court. So now
College Prep fans, say hello. Cheer for your team. And like and share.
Yeah, Tigers ball. Key it in from the side. That's going to, nice looking play. The very simple play, but effective. They can't get it to fall. Kalinda Anderson with the 3.
That was a great pass.
Nager, lay in.
That was a great pass, and that was a great shot. And that was a great pickup of the foul. Holy cow.
A lot of great stuff there.
Yeah.
But if you're Kalinda or if you're Tavon Wiley, not the foul you want to commit there. Right. When the basket's pretty much already been made, and then he clobbers them after the fact. But they're going to say it was in the act of shooting, so he's going to take one here. 28-22, Nager to the line to complete the 3-point play. Well executed play there, and again, absolutely. Rubel keyed it. Beautiful move. Nager can't get it to fall, and the ghosts of the free throw line woes are starting to whisper just a little bit. Haywood asking for the ball in the middle. He covered pretty well by Claus. Anderson running the baseline quite a bit along with Dakari Gray. Claus with the block, one of the better shot blockers in the JCAA. Gets one there. Thornton takes it down, doesn't like what he sees. Yeah, he does. He's going to take it up for a shot. Front iron, Nager. Offensive rebound, misses it, but Dakari Gray needs a hug. He's not real happy about that call. Thought he was straight up. I thought he was bent just a little bit there, but that, regardless, that's going to send Nager to the line, I believe, for 2 shots. 28-22, 2:23 to go. And outside of Cook coming in for Townsend early in this quarter, we haven't seen anybody else come from the bench for St. Pius. Nager makes the first. Meanwhile, Trey Brown, a freshman, 6'3", coming in along with Alex Bias, for the Tigers. Nager going up with his second one here. Release, rotation, splash, and it's a 30-22 contest. 2:22 to go, and it's the biggest lead of the game for the Lancers. 10 minutes to go in the ball game.
Matt, have you started on that second Dr. Pepper yet?
Negative. If I drink too many of those now, I'll be up till about 4 in the morning. I got to be in the shop pretty early tomorrow. Got a lot going on. So Claus with the rebound, gets it to Thornton, layup. Haywood with the block. Took Thornton down pretty good. He's a little dinged up. Clean play. I'd say clean but hard play.
He got banged.
I don't think there was any ill intent there. But Thornton back up. Pretty tough kid. He's used to that. When you drive as often as he does into the paint, take that many shots. They'll say so, not shooting foul. Caden Cook tees up off the inbound, buries it, and they'll take that trade. That takes it to 33-22. They extend their largest lead of the night. Minute 50 to go, third quarter, 33-22. Cook with a smooth-looking jump shot, and he's really smoothed that out over the course of the season. They're sitting in this 2-3 zone. Haywood drives into the lion's mouth there and gets it stripped by Nager after a miss.
It's a good strip.
And went out of bounds off Nager.
Cassandra, so we get it
Cassandra,
right.
just Cassandra?
Just Cassandra. She says, come on, Tigers.
Here comes the inbound from under the basket. It's Karen Robinson triggering it in.
Yeah, that was that did not look good at all.
No. And that was Trey Brown taking it to the basket. Nager hit the deck. As much as they're slipping, it's almost like the ice rink underneath. The water's coming up just a little bit. We
covered hockey last week.
Was it cold?
Actually, we were burning up because we were actually in a press box.
Okay.
Jeff Whitener was down on the ice. He was a little cold, but
Trey Brown with the pair. The freshman misses back iron.
We had a good time.
This young man, what I saw there, Ray, he had the good body lean on the top half of the body. Didn't bend the knees a bit on that shot. You want to be a little more fluid here. Corey Sparkman checks back in, one of the starters, get for Bias. Brown with his second. 90 seconds to go in the third. Can't get that one to fall either. Nager with another rebound. He's going to have a nice stat line by the end of the evening. Rubel, nice pass, another nicer pass. Finds Cook. Oof. Beautiful release. Oh, good block. A lot of action there. Probably not the pass they wanted, and it ends up, we have Kalinda Anderson step out of bounds. So the ball is pinballing around.
Yeah.
Eventually came down to Kalinda Anderson, but he didn't have a foot out of bounds. They must have said, we got a foul there. Rubel must have caught one. Back to this 2-3 zone, and if the Tigers don't like playing against it, they're going to need to shoot the Lancers out of it. And I don't think that's going to change until they bury a couple distance shots.
If it's still working.
Stop. Why not? Well, the thing is, what Pius is showing with this zone is they're experienced enough to know where to be and know when to drift out of a prescribed area to help out.
You just saw Josh Rubel there just now. I mean, just found knew that they were trying to do that alley-oop over their heads, and he adjusted that great.
Rubel's, all of these guys, their basketball IQ is really strong. It's an experienced club, even though there's 2 seniors out on the floor, but the 3 juniors all bring a lot with it. So that's going to put Rubel to the line for a pair. Rubel is probably a consistent mid-range running jumper away from being a plus point guard. Misses his front end. Nager collects the rebound, however, and his work on the offensive glass has been really a big difference tonight. Cook finds Nager, who finds Claus. Probably walked, missed it, so karma.
All that for naught.
Yeah, a lot of work. Thornton avoids his 3rd foul. Kalinda Anderson, acrobatic drive. Can't get it to fall, but he got fouled in the process. And they're going to try to cut into this 11-point Lancer advantage with 27.9 seconds to go. Ray, we might have us another good one here if the Tigers can put any sort of a run together. Another low-scoring game, though.
Well, we saw that last game, too. And then we saw a comeback.
Kalinda Anderson to the line for a pair. Front iron for the first. You know that? Have you noticed? Swims in the last game hit that rim pretty hard, and he got blocked.
Yeah,
Every time it hits front iron here, it sounds like it sounds like you threw a rod in your '87 Camaro. Da-da-dung, da-da-dung. Makes the second. Takes it to a 10-point advantage for the Lancers. Cook finds it in midcourt. And what do we talk about with that game plan? Break the pressure up the middle, and that's just what Cook did there. The beautiful find from Rubel. Cook was able to lay it in on the drive. 35-23. 3-point miss by the freshman. Oh, you know what? That was probably a freshman-level 3-point shot with 12 seconds to go, but then he makes up for it by snatching the ball out of the air, throwing it off of a Pius player to keep the ball in the Tigers' possession. Bias out and Haywood back in. 5.9 to go, 12-point advantage Lancers. Oh boy, somebody's not going to be happy about that one. Sparkman was going up for it. Looked like he got tied up. He got a foul. And he's going to the line for, I believe, 2 shots.
We're supposed to have the...
We're going to get the all-tournament team here in a little bit.
Yep, that's what I was getting ready to say.
Yeah.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
These guys, they run a good tournament here. They've done a nice job. Sparkman missed the first, going up for a second here now. Good rhythm to a shot. Banked it. I don't think he called it. That should be just half a point instead of 1. Thornton dribbling. Can't make the runner at the buzzer. But we go into the fourth quarter, 35-24. You feel like the Tigers have 1 run left in them.
Okay. Yep.
And the kind of defensive pressure they can put out there, you got to believe that they're going to give it a pretty good shot. But we're set up for an entertaining fourth quarter.
We are. We're going to give you the past scores, I hope. Past scores of the earlier games tonight. Our first game was between, my gosh, it seems like it was so long ago, right? You know? It was between St. Paul Lutheran and Grandview. That was the final score, 66-60 Grandview with the winner there. Herculaneum took on Gateway, and that the score there 81 to 46 in favor of Gateway. And then our third place game tonight was between McKinley and Dupo. It was an amazing game.
A lot of fun to watch.
It was definitely an entertaining game. We have that on another stream. If you go back a couple of streams here, you'll see it. What was the final score there?
45-43, is that what it
I
ended
believe
up being?
so.
Yeah, and Dupo had their lead, the first lead of the game with 12 seconds to go.
Dupo was out of the game the
Completely.
entire game.
Completely
And
out.
came back.
Yeah.
And it was an amazing game.
Was fortunate to be down 10 at halftime. Very fortunate, and came storming back in the second half. Well done. Swims came to play the second
Yes,
half.
he did.
Whatever message was delivered had been received there at halftime. And here it goes. This is what the Tigers do.
And a quick timeout.
Scramble for the ball. Tigers must have got possession for at least a second because they were able to get a timeout out of it.
Quick timeout.
10 seconds in and a turnover.
So this timeout, just to let you know, we will have a player of the game tonight. We will award that here shortly. Kind of thinking it might be.
I think I know. Oh, for the player of the game, honestly, I think it could still be decided.
Yeah.
You can see there's any number of guys on the college prep squad that could go on a run here. I think Nager's made a pretty compelling case for it so far.
I had my hand on Nager a little bit there. Yeah. So I see quite a few folks watching. Not a whole lot of interaction going on here. Cassandra, she's lighting it up, but there's really nobody else out there. We got some Pius fans. We got some St. Louis College Prep fans. Let us know you're on the airwaves. Come on, cheer for your team.
Prep's ball. Down 11, 7:45 to go. The freshman getting quite a bit of run out there, Trey Brown, in the second half for the Tigers. Collects it at the baseline, drives in at the shot blocker, Luke Claus, and makes it go.
Good move.
Here, three-quarter court pressure. Rubel tracks it down over Brown, drives in, and stripped away.
Stays with St. Pius.
Hey, he looked up and he had a clear path to the basket, took it, and he got stripped at the last second, but it remains St. Pius ball. 9-point game, 7:21 to go. Rubel checks in under the basket. Tipped away, and that's a steal, and that was the freshman again, Brown.
Oh
boy.
I'm going to get him.
Kalinda Henderson tried for the fake. Got it tipped away, but they said he got a little bit of hand. He's going to the line for a pair.
Cheering from Houston, Texas. Thanks for watching. We appreciate that. Jeff Whitener? I'm just a Matt Schutte and Ray Halbrook fan. Isn't that
we
nice?
appreciate that. Senior coaxes the first one in, as you'd expect. 35-27. I'm betting he gets the second. This is why you have a senior in there in the fourth quarter. Yep. Front iron both times, able to get it off the front and get it in. Here comes Cook. Breaks the pressure pretty easy. Nager takes it in. And draws a foul. And they say he's going to be shooting a pair. And here's what got him on December 14th. Remember that game, 6 of 15 from the line. It'll be interesting to see what they do here. I believe this is their first free throw this quarter. So here comes the first from Nager. Good shooting for him. Front iron though. Front iron in the fourth quarter, not a big surprise. You start to get a little tired, even for somebody who's a workout maniac such as him. Nager collects it. He's not going to let that get to his head though. He's going to collect, go through his routine. Up. Good. So he was 1 of 2 there. We'll keep an eye on those free throws here in the fourth quarter. 8-point lead for the Lancers. Brown running the baseline quite a bit, and they must feel pretty good about this freshman to get as much run as he can. Kalinda Anderson had a couple free throws earlier, but just had a travel here. check in on the side for the Lancers, and full court pressure being applied by the Tigers. Cook gets it. Oh, and they get Anderson for the reach-in foul. Probably the right call. Probably the wrong foul to commit 80 feet from the basket.
True.
But they remember that game a couple 6 weeks ago, and maybe they figure get them off the line and get to work. So
there's Coach Justin Ford, and I'm just here for a great game.
he's
Come to
finding
the right
one
place.
here. Caden Cook makes the first of two. And that was the real bugaboo on the 14th of December. They couldn't hit the front end of the one in bonus. They hit one here. So 3 of 4 so far in the fourth quarter at the free throw line. And they extend to a 10-point lead. Karen Robinson draws the foul. He's kind of driving into no man's land, but got bailed out a little bit there. 6:40 to go. No need to hurry if you're the Tigers. No need to panic and do too many things different if you're the Lancers. Pair of shots coming for Robinson.
Riley Nager's got 16 points, leading the game so far.
Buries the first one. Junior. 6'1". Cues it up. Let's go. Misses front iron. Nager with the rebound. He's probably got himself a double-double already. Thornton finds Cook. If there's a double team there, somebody must be open. He finds Rubel because he is. And there's Thornton, finds Nager, collects the ball, finds Thornton. Beautiful play, beautiful recovery.
That was great athleticism.
You know, Coach Lawrence talks a lot with the guys about doing the next right thing. You didn't catch it, track it down. Cook tees one up, back iron, and Haywood with the rebound.
And no foul. That was very key. Let him run the clock out.
Yeah. At this point, you might see the Tigers start to light it up try to light it up from 3. Down 9, and now we're under 6 minutes to go. Brown didn't feature much on the 14th of December in that game. Seeing a lot of time here in the fourth quarter.
All right.
He's going to cue one up here. Back iron, no good. Tipped away from Nager after the rebound, and then they call Caden Cook for the foul. That's going to send the senior Kalinda Anderson to the line for a pair. Nager had the rebound, had it tipped away from him. When Anderson went up for the foul, Cook got him on the arm, and now he's going to shoot a pair.
Kevin Hawley says he's a shooty fanatic.
Well, who wouldn't be? Well, you can fill a bus station with who wouldn't be. And Clint Anderson, he never buries it, but he coaxes each one of these free throws in, so he's hit 3 in a row. Here comes his second of the 2, makes that, and we've got an 8-point ball game. 5.5 to go. Here comes Cook, and the Lancers break the pressure. Cook
nice
lays
play.
it in. Beautiful
Play.
right-handed drive, left-handed lay-in, and that's a big bucket for them. 40-31. Beautiful play. Cook gets a little better every game. Clint Anderson drives, loses it. Rubel comes up with it. Finds Thornton, the steady ball handle. Beautiful handles, even though he almost loses it, gets it back.
And draws a foul.
Got a little out of control, but is able to coax a foul out of, I believe he got Corey Sparkman on that one.
I just like finishing your sentences. You realize that?
Well, I've been married for 18 years. I'm quite accustomed to it. No, actually, let's see. Let's see, Clint Anderson looks like he might have a bloody nose. He may have fouled out. I'm not quite sure. Sorry about that. Again, we're not looking. We don't have the right score.
Right.
It's like the rhyme of the Ancient Mariner. You're thirsty and you're surrounded by water, but you can't take a drink because it's seawater. I'm thirsty for information.
Right.
I just want to know how many fouls he had because I'm not tracking it up here because my basketball ADHD prevents that sort of thing. If Kalinda Anderson has fouled out, that's going to be a big negative for the Tigers. But we're at a reset right now. Timeout Tigers, 5:07 to go in the ball game, 40-31 for the Lancers. And we said at the start of the fourth quarter, the Tigers are going to need to make a run pretty quick. That hasn't changed.
Yeah.
It's going to have to happen here soon, though.
Aaron Willer, how are you, sir? Buddy Russell, how are you? So we will have a player of the game at the end of the game tonight. Right now, I've got my money on Riley Nager.
Riley Nager is the winner.
Rebounds.
Is the winner in the? We're going into the final. Not in the final stretch, but we're hitting that last turn.
Yep.
You know, I don't know what district they'd be playing in. I'd hate to run into this college prep team.
Sure.
In the district. And the only thing we haven't seen tonight is a propensity to hit the outside shot.
Yeah.
They can defend pretty well. They get to the basket pretty well. Seems like they move the ball around pretty well. They haven't been able to finish quite as much as they'd like to at the rim, but that's the whole point of that 2-3 zone.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And you got Claus and Nager, two of the better shot blockers, two of the better rim protectors in the conference, in the Jefferson County Athletic Association under there, and that's the reason he did it. Eric Lawrence is a good coach. He knows what he's doing, and he's got the right players to execute that vision. Thornton can't get that one to fall, and he's 0 for 2 on that trip. 5-minute mark, and it's a 9-point Lancer advantage. Haywood gets a rip by Caden Cook, who can't finish, but Jalen Thornton picks up the offensive rebound. He doesn't make it, but he gets fouled in the process, and Thornton goes back to the line. And this is where you need your seniors ready to step up.
Right.
You know, let's salt this one away. If you're the Lancers, you're thinking let's extend this to a 12-point lead, or an 11-point lead anyway. Thornton to the line for a pair. Buries that one.
Kevin Holly's asked me to do some softball. He's like, I'd love to stream some softball, just no live mics on the field.
Well, I've heard him at a softball game if a call didn't go his way, and no. It might be bad enough that the FCC might start regulating Facebook Live broadcast. Thornton misses the second. They can't get the rebound.
Nice play.
A beautiful play. Karen Robinson went
net.
coast to coast and scored it. But here comes Caden Cook, takes it right down
I think
Broadway.
I'm going to do the same thing.
Nager gets the offensive rebound after the miss, and then Cook somehow comes up with it off of Nager's miss. Now here, this is where we're in a hurry.
Why are we in a hurry?
Yeah. They're in a hurry, and there's no need for it at this point. Cook took a 3 right off the offensive rebound. Now, coaching 101 will tell you a great time to take a 3 is on that long offensive rebound. But is in class. Oh, thank you, Jeff Whitener.
Class 3, District 6.
You know what that is? He's a host of information.
Oh my gosh! Yes, he's helped me out so much. I appreciate you so much, Jeff Whitener. It's not even funny.
So, to borrow a phrase from our friends at Seinfeld, yada, 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 we've got Corey Sparkman to the line for a pair. 4:20 to go, 41-33.
Oh, lane violation.
Wow. You don't see that too much.
Lane violation before he even took a shot.
DeMonte Gary comes back in. Luke Claus, who picked up his 4th foul, is out. Gary going to provide some freakish athleticism.
Nathan Cromwell, yes, St. Pius is in Festus.
We are, there's several St. Pius. There's something like 14 St. Pius X high schools in the country.
Yes.
Beautiful find by Rubel. Nager can't finish, gets knocked down, gets back up, and here he's not happy. Karen Robinson can't finish on the other end, gets it stripped away. It's going to be Tigers ball. Now we're getting down to 4 minutes to go, and it's an 8-point game. Khalil Anderson didn't foul out because he's checking back in for Reggie Ross. St. Pius stays in that 2-3 zone, even off the inbounds. They find Haywood. He drives, not acrobatic way in, around Nager, who didn't want to foul. 35-41, and the lead's down to 6. Not broadcasting right now? Okay.
Oh, yeah, we are.
Yep.
Yes, we are.
We're on. Hey!
We're back up. We're back up.
Okay. So Thornton's going to take his time, 3:30 to go, 6-point lead for the Lancers, and we talked about it a couple times. You knew a Tiger run was coming. They find Rubel. Rubel loses the handle. And here come the Tigers. They can cut it down to 4-3. Cook, foul well outside of the shot. Probably, honestly, not a bad foul there.
He ends up in the
dive onto the stage.
With us. Yeah.
Bit of a pirouette there, but might have been a little dramatic. But that being said, Kalind Anderson, who is 4 for 4 from the free throw line in this quarter, he can cut this down. to a 4-point game, makes the first. And right now you can see the Tigers bouncing on their feet, and Lancers maybe tightening up just a little bit. They're seeing visions of the game a month ago in their head. Can they keep this lead? 41-36 as Clint Anderson misses his second. Haywood kicks the ball out of bounds and celebrates. That's like one of those weak side linebackers with a tackle 10 yards downfield. It jumps up and celebrates while they're down a touchdown late in the game. Gary finds Nager. Nager can handle the ball pretty comfortably for a big man. Finds Cook, and it's over the half line. A lot of pressure. Finds Nager. Oh, beautiful pass. But Gary can't hold on to it.
So we've seen this a few times during the game where the ball's right at people's feet. There's nothing you can do with the ball when the ball's passed you right at your feet.
No. And given his free throw abilities, might have been better off to have Nager shoot that one. But be that as it may, it's 5-point game, 3 minutes to go. Prep trying to get one more run. Dre Townsend back in. Jalen Thornton now down on the baseline. Oh, Kalinda Anderson yet again misses a lay-in attempt, but is going to the line. Lancers have gone a little bit smaller, so what they've done here is drop Jalen Thornton down onto the post in this 2-3 zone. They got Dre Townsend, Kalen Cook up top. We got a timeout, Eric Lawrence. 2 minutes and 53 seconds to go.
This is pretty key, to tell you here. Pretty key here, let me tell you. And this is probably a smart call on.
Yeah, and one of our, I think Jeff mentioned it earlier, Jeff Leitner mentioned it earlier in the game, that the coaches have been using their timeouts to full effect, and we need to see one. If you're a Lancer fan, you need to see one right here.
Right.
And your key messages at this point: calm down. Oh, here we go. We got the all tournament team. Do they want us to announce it now?
Yeah, we can announce because they're going to announce it a little later.
While we're waiting for the timeout to finish, we'll give you the all tournament team for the 2019 fifth annual Bruce Thomas Boys Basketball Tournament. Players are number 3 for St. Pius X, Jalen Thornton. Nigel Hightower from McKinley High School, Kalen Anderson from St. Louis College Prep, Riley Nager from St. Pius X, and Kelvin Swims, who had such a great game in our previous contest,
was awesome
for Dupo. Well, congratulations to those 5 for making the all-tournament squad. Kalinda Anderson back to the line. He's been their most effective weapon at that spot. Buries that one. Boy, he's comfortable there. Yeah. He's quite content to take that shot for him. 3-point ball game. That's the closest it's been since the first half. Luke Claus back into the contest. Devontae Gary checks back out. Got 4+ ball handlers on the floor for St. Pius. Misses the second. Nager pulls down the rebound. Finds Thornton. 41-38, 2:45 to go. Townsend throws it away.
Not a good time to be throwing the ball away.
No. What did we say earlier? Don't be in a hurry, just move fast. That was a hurry right there. 3-point game. Now the Tigers haven't shown much, but boy, they got some swagger in their step right now. They are not concerned at all. This is a confident group out here.
Plenty of time.
2:38 to go. 41-37. Fall away 3. Buries it. And that's Kalinda Anderson, and he has put this team on his back. And we've got they called it a 2, so it's 41-40, 2:20 to go. Townsend with another turnover, and then a foul. And they're going to get Townsend out of the game because they exacerbated an error there. A turnover and then a reach, and then he had to commit the foul because there was going to be a breakaway. Otherwise, a good professional foul, I think you call it. Townsend heads out. Rubel checks back in. And who are we sending to the line here? We got Haywood to the line. Number 1, Demarius Haywood, 6'2" junior. And he's been working his tail off too. He hasn't, not necessarily in the stat line, but just defensively and offensively, he's been moving all over the place.
Got a discrepancy at the table.
Probably wondering about some fouls. Townsend, I think, would be at 4. Which if I'm Prep's bench. I'm not making this argument because right now Haywood's standing at the line and it's giving him time to think. (41-40), 2:18 to go. Haywood with this first. Rims out. That hit every part of the rim. And comes out. Claus and Nager are going to be tasked with a key box out here if he misses this one. But he buries it, and we've got a tie ball game, 2:18 to go. Cook finds Rubel, finds Thornton, finds Nager. Not the shot Nager wants, and he doesn't take it. They're going to reset.
Take your time.
They will take their time and look at what you're counting on here is a Prep overplay on defense. A gamble that fails, and that's going to lead to an easier shot. Right there, they knock the ball away from Rubel off the pass attempt, but it stays with St. Pius. A minute 58 to go, 41-41. Turnover, no. Rubel tracks it down. Over and back violation.
I'm not sure that was the right call. I'm not sure if that was the right call at all.
There was the possession.
Both guys had the ball.
Yeah, both. I don't think Pius had maintained possession there. I'm not sure about that, but be that as it may, minute 50 to go. Tigers get the ball. Tough call, but that's, every team's going to have to deal with it. Tigers feeling confident. Karen Robinson up at the top. Lob into the middle. Turnover, though. Sparkman loses the ball. Cook comes out with it. Tie game, 90 seconds left. Thornton with the ball at the top, drives in, almost loses it, gets it back, finds Nager. Nager almost walked, and he did.
He did walk.
You can just see, Ray, if you look out there and you didn't even look at the scoreboard, which team's feeling more comfortable right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a palpable difference right now. Lancers need to regroup. There's a minute to go. Jeff, we would not necessarily disagree with you on that. I'm not sure that they're going to wait for the last shot, but they might.
Well, if you're St. Pius, you're not going to foul here.
No.
That would be silly.
Nope. Oh, but
and it just did.
What'd you say? Thornton picks up a foul about 38 feet from the basket. Probably not the foul they wanted. That may be 5. Must be 5. He just sat down. Here comes Townsend. Who do we got going to the line? We've got Karen Robinson, the junior. He's got a chance to give the Tigers, I believe, their first lead of the game.
Yes.
With 42 seconds to go.
Yeah, they have not led.
They lead now, 42-41, 42
This is about
seconds
the same
to go.
time as the last game.
Yep, exactly like the last game. One team had it under control but took their foot off the gas, and the other team, to their credit, kept playing. Up goes the second, in goes the second. It's a 2-point game.
And there's a timeout.
Timeout. Tigers. 42 seconds to go. 43-41. St. Louis College Prep. And you wouldn't know that St. Pius's students largely are drawn from the Jefferson County area, and St. Louis College Prep is from up the way in the city. With the way the crowd is reacting here, just the noise. What a wonderful crowd they bring with them.
Yep.
Did the same thing when they played at Pius. And right now, I don't know how much of it in that huddle, Ray, over on the Lancers sideline, how much of it is, here's the technical part of what we need to do, and how much of it is just we need to calm ourselves down.
Well, yeah, exactly. Right now, it's a mental game. It's a mental toughness game at this point. 42 seconds. Game's not over by any means.
No.
But, you got to be smart here. You're not fouling unless they've got the ball. Unless they've got a an offensive rebound at this point. That'd be the only time I'd foul.
Yeah,
You got the ball now. Maybe look for a three.
Boyer has one. Cook, I believe, has a pair. Townsend's certainly capable of hitting a deep shot. Full court pressure, which is an interesting play with the lead up late, but this is what's been working for him. Townsend going to get trapped. They find Nager, and what did we talk about? They're going down the sidelines, which is exactly what the Tigers want. Cook turns it over. Eric Lawrence talked about it. In our pregame discussion that they lost the previous game because they got away from their game plan. And they've done the same thing here. They fell right into the trap. Tigers ball, 30 seconds to go, 43-41 advantage. They break through the pressure. Haywood, they're doubling the ball every chance they get. They get Cook for a foul on Haywood. So Haywood goes to the line, up 43-41, 23 seconds to go. Boyer's in the game, the three-point threat, along with Rubel, Townsend, and Gary can put one up as well for the Lancers. First one, falls in. Demarius Haywood used a whole lot of the rim there and was able to coax one in. 44-41, 23 seconds to go. Front iron for the next one, Townsend's rebound, and here he comes. Every pass is being tipped seemingly this time.
Just cannot.
Townsend drives, finds Gary in the corner. Gary's three, well off the mark. Boyer's putback is in.
Timeout.
The clock is running.
Should be calling a timeout at this point.
And they're saying foul.
Yep. 2 seconds to go. That's hard.
Yep. It took too long to get that bucket in. 2 seconds to go. Eric Lawrence says I believe somebody just picked up a technical. Yep. Yeah. Trey Townsend just picked up a technical foul.
Yeah. How do you gotta let the emotions not get the best of you at this point.
Cameron Brown checks into the game for the first time for St. Pius X. So what we've got here is a game that's gotten away from St. Pius and especially gotten away emotionally and everything else in the last 2 seconds. Now Eric Lawrence is pleading his case with the official. Looks like he's about to pick up his own technical. Anderson misses for the first time from the free throw line. Lawrence wants a tee. He's not going to get it. They just switch it. That's good officiating.
Yeah, it is smart. It's smart.
So they get the guy over that wasn't involved in the call. He comes down to administer the technical shot. Anderson going to bury that one. 45-43, 2 seconds to go. Now, Karen Robinson's getting 2 shots. He buries both of these, the game's over. He buries one of them, the Lancers could tie. It would take quite the ball, but because of the technical,
they get the ball back.
So the Lancers would have to steal it, go the length of the court, and then hit a three. But here, so 46-43. Robinson hits this one, game's over. Robinson doesn't hit this one, the game is close to over. And the Lancers are going to have to wonder what happened again. He misses. Timeout. St. Louis College Prep.
All right. This timeout is brought to you by Waits Financial Services, bringing a team approach to help face your business and family needs. They've been together for over 26 years. Waits Financial Services. We appreciate you, Brian Waits. Over at Waits Financial Services, 314-374-6713.
Well, I'm going to, look, I know it's your company and everything, but I'm going to overrule you. I'm going to give player of the game to Clint Anderson for his work at the free throw line there in the fourth quarter. Yeah, he played phenomenal.
Yep.
Yeah,
He's going to be, more than likely, is going to be our play of the game if we can get him over here for a quick little interview.
Senior, it's what you expect.
Oh, wow.
As time expires, Riley Nager hits us off the steal. They get a lay-in. They're not going to count the basket, which it academic. Well, they do. 46-45 is your final. And the Lancers, again, left to wonder what happened.
Right, absolutely.
I'm sure they'll find some things in film to talk about the next couple of days.
Right.
But if they want to get anywhere in district, they're going to have to figure out how to win these sorts of games.
Yep. I agree.
And they've got an experienced team like we talked about through the game. They can. Some players being, emotions getting a little high here after the game. No, which there's absolutely no need for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Coach Lawrence's dad, Senior Lawrence, Pops, is getting in there and calming things down as he does. Having a little chat with Corey Sparkman. All right, and looks like everything's good there. All right, Coach Lawrence and the coaching staff over at Prep are talking. Looks like they're all good. Hug it out.
Yeah. Sometimes you just got to
hard-fought game.
You got to blow off the steam real quick and then hug it out. You know. I think we're going to have a presentation here real quick.
Yeah, looks like it. And that's a great outcome for this team. And again, I said it earlier in the game. I'd hate to run into these guys in districts or the next step. Because they were down 10, they didn't get rattled. They were down 10-8 late, didn't get rattled. Went to the free throw line a lot and didn't get rattled.
Yep.
The free throws didn't really hurt St. Pius this time as bad as they did 6 weeks ago, but it's still something they're going to have to work on.
Absolutely.
They were 4 of 8 from the line there in the fourth, and you got to be better. If you want to go anywhere in district, you just got to do better.
Yep. We're going to try to get Lydia Anderson. Yep. So
Jalen, they're doing the all-tournament team announcements right now. And the group that we listed earlier, Thornton and Nager from St. Pius X, Nigel Hightower from McKinley, Kalinda Anderson, St. Louis College Prep, and Kelvin Swims from Dupo. And they gave Nager, giving him his award as well. Oh, here comes Kalinda Anderson. Right. Here we go, Kalinda Anderson. Wonderful game, wonderful fourth quarter for you. At the start of the fourth quarter, we talked about that game in December where you guys were down big throughout the game.
Yes, sir.
Never seemed to be rattled in that game. You were down big here. Not as big, but, Pius was playing a pretty solid game most of the game. Sorry, we're missing the team photo. But
yes,
you came to the free throw line. I believe you were 6 of 6, 8 of 8, 8 of 9 from the line in that fourth quarter. So you guys don't get rattled, do you?
Yes, sir.
We want to know what was said at halftime.
Well, we just knew to come out and execute like my coach said, and we knew that we had the game. We knew it was going to be a competitive game. We knew we were going to come back and win.
Awesome. Key free throws.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Very clutch.
What is it you do every day that keeps you mentally tough in game situations like this?
I just always pray to God and make sure that I come out and play my best.
Yeah.
For a senior like you, they count on you to lead this team. Is that something going through you? I gotta set the example for the rest of these guys.
Yes, sir. Especially with the freshmen just coming in, they always look up to me and they know what I'm supposed to do.
Brown had a nice game tonight.
Yes,
the freshman did. So wonderful game for you guys. Wonderful victory for you. Congratulations on that.
And player of the game, Kayla Everson.
Thank you.
Good
buddy.
job.
Thank you. Good job.
Great game tonight.
Thank you.
All right. So Ray Halbrook and Matt Schutte. We will be together again tomorrow night, or
Yes,
tomorrow
we will.
afternoon with Scott Latta. Scott will be joining us also with the play-by-play and the color. I get to just be on the side over here.
You're the
pressing
third.
buttons.
You're the third.
I'll
You're
be
like
the
a
third wheel.
You're a Dennis Miller in the booth. All right.
Exactly. So final score tonight was
Oh, they took it down already.
did.
It was 46-45.
46-45 from the 5th annual Bruce Thomas tournament. Ray Halbrook and Jeff Schutte.
Matt Schutte.
Jeff Schutte. Jeff Whitener has been
He'll
in
be
my
joining
ear.
us here sooner or later.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Matt Schutte. We are saying so long, and we will see you all tomorrow afternoon from St. Pius X High School. Have a great evening.
Freedom!